got a lot to talk about today, so get in here. This is Jack with Cosmic Road. I talk about UFOs and the paranormal. Please hit like and subscribe, and let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Yeah, look at this awesome UFO video shared by Wixie of this seemingly anomalous craft. I don't know where exactly it is. It's somewhere in the U.S. It's interesting to hear the people discuss this as they're filming it. I mean, they're not freaking out or anything. It looks a lot like a plane. It's making a noise kind of like a plane, but that low, it should be much louder. And those aren't quite the lights that you would expect from a plane. So what is going on here? Is this BS? Is this a hoax? Is this a drone? Or several drones together? What exactly are we looking at with this footage? Yeah, let me know if you think that could be a low-flying plane that isn't making as much noise as it should and has weird lights, or if something weirder is going on. Because you can kind of see like maybe a tail right there. Right there, it looks very plane-like. It almost appears to be changing shape or something, but I don't think it is. But yeah, right around here, it's starting to look very, very plane-like. But I've never seen a plane that looks like that. You can see right that could be the tail, and that could be the fin, and those are the wings. So yeah, very interesting footage. I don't know if this is a triangular UFO or a plane or exactly what it is. Is this a mystery drone? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Speaking of mystery drones, Ross Coulthart is talking about the mystery drones. I think this was probably filmed prior to the Contact in the Desert, and he's not specifically referencing the new task force that is supposed to be looking into the mystery drones. But he is saying that the mystery drones are still ongoing, and he has a story to tell.
There are still ongoing incursions by unknown objects, some of them doing allegedly anomalous things, some of them changing shape, or at least that's the account given to me by people. I recently spoke to a guy who told me that he was in Oklahoma and he was seeing a takeoff and landing point in a field near Oklahoma City where he saw what looked like a very coordinated, apparently government or some kind of official operation on private land. When he got close, he was chased away by drones and he was terrified. I haven't actually heard back from him since we had our preliminary conversation. And sir, if you are still interested in engaging, I'd like to hear more. I do think there is something going on, that there is an active government operation. I was given a code name that had the name Star in it. It might have been Dark Star. My source wasn't 100% sure. And I don't know any more than that. I do believe that some of these objects are anomalous. And I do think that the White House is being evasive and, how does one say this politely, economical with the truth.
Well, that's for sure. They didn't create a task force to look into FAA-approved craft, right? So yeah, economical with the truth. I like that. Now, I've got some thoughts about the new task force that's supposed to be looking into the mystery drones. Because it's an interesting situation, right? Before Trump came into office, he said that the Biden administration knew what the mystery drones were. So, that could just be, a cheap political point. Or Biden administration could have known what they were. Or Trump could have thought they knew more than they did before he got into office. But I think because as soon as he came into office, maybe he was told something that, hey, these things are anomalous. We don't know what they are, but, they're not ours. So we can't tell that to the public. These things are shutting down airports and stuff. So let's slap a Band-Aid on it with the whole FAA approved line, right? But the situation didn't go away. Mystery drones still ongoing to this day, doing things all over the world. So they had to do something about it. So I think they created this new task force. The question is, who's going to lead the task force, and is it going to be open and transparent? Probably not. I'm not expecting, Tim Burchett or somebody to lead this task force. I wouldn't be surprised if it was somebody like Sean Kirkpatrick or something of that ilk. The lovely Dr. Sean Kirkpatrick. Yeah, what's he doing these days, right? Well, I mean, he's working at his cushy job. But yeah, so we'll see what we get out of the task force. It's also possible that they could be doing one thing publicly. The forward-facing, front of the task force could just tell us, nothing to see here, or we're not finding anything, or who knows? We still don't know what these things are, but the task force could give them the ability to privately explore the mystery drones and investigate the mystery drone situation, so that they can accomplish something behind the scenes that they may never tell us about, which is so frustrating. There's such a lack of transparency on this. So I'm very curious to see who composes the task force and how that all goes. Hopefully we'll know more very, very soon. Meanwhile, Professor Simon recently has been talking about how certain people in Europe are in touch with ETs. And I've made one or two videos about this. Well, there's been an update.
So these people fitted initially, I think, quantum tunneling receivers to their radio dishes somewhere in the European area, and picked up extraterrestrial intelligence who were using it. And supposedly they then managed to fix up a transmitter and beamed a signal to these extraterrestrials. This is where it gets really interesting. The person who is involved in this project said, and it's very, very interesting what he said, is that utilizing the Gunter Nimitz quantum tunneling, transmitting and receiving technology is tiny as a problem compared with understanding the communication. He told me this story. Imagine you were a German school and you had a kid who was a Inuit from the Arctic, came to visit and doesn't speak German, and you don't speak Inuit language. You could still communicate with that kid by showing them a ball, because probably the person from the Arctic had come across a spherical object that they played with. Now, the problem, he said, with talking to these extraterrestrials, that he claims that communication has been opened, is that they don't have any source of reference. They don't know what a sphere is. They don't know what blue is. They certainly don't know what a ball is. There's no communication. There's no mathematics. There's nothing. There is no common ground. So how do you open channels to something, to a creature that has no reference to you? I think there's a desperate attempt to send bits of information about humanity, mathematics, pictures, audio, anything, to them in the hope that they, whoever they are, can interpret what we're sending to them. And hopefully, if they can interpret what we're sent to them, redo it and send us back in a form that we can understand in the same way we sent it to them, a message back. But I can't wait to bring you more information about the quantum tunneling experiment, which is going on. They want to keep it really quiet right now. When you understand who they are and why they're doing it, you'll understand why they're keeping quiet.
Yeah, so very interesting, this ongoing possible communication with ET. Meanwhile, check out this awesome UFO video shared by Wixie. Look at that gorgeous UFO. Love it. What the hell is that thing? I guess it's a saucer with a field around it, some sort of force field or something. Do you think it's all fake? What are we looking at here? I don't know if I've seen anything quite like this before. Really intriguing footage of something. Maybe, if it's not BS. I like how it's going behind the trees, so probably not CGI. Could it be AI? Well, our best available AI right now is VO3, which can only do 8 seconds. Of course, that's with sound. I think there's longer ones available with no sound, and this one has no sound. So, yeah, interesting footage. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. Meanwhile, Dr. Robert Shipe of Custodian File shares this amazing video of a Dragon UFO passing behind a Coast Guard Chinook helicopter. Look at that beautiful daytime footage. This isn't a video that Robert took himself. This was taken by Brown Dwarf and shared with Robert. And yeah, I just love it. I think this is fantastic footage of this Dragon UFO, one of these small UFOs that buzz aerial vehicles, doing just that in broad daylight. A great quality video, and again, passing behind that helicopter, proving that it's not a bug or a bird close to the lens, close to the lens. If you're interested in Dragon UFOs and understanding this phenomenon and getting evidence of it, highly recommend Custodian File, Robert's channel, or Brown Dwarf, or Latchkey Hustle. Great stuff, great videos, an amazing phenomenon or sub-phenomenon of the overall phenomenon, and I think an important one for us to understand. This is repeatable behavior of these UFOs. They are doing something with these vehicles they're buzzing, and we need to understand what that is. Also, it's very likely that they are creating, in some cases, unsafe air conditions. There have been collisions with UFOs that may indeed have been Dragon UFOs. Speaking of Latchkey Hustle, John from Latchkey Hustle sent me this. Remember this video I shared the other day of these orbs going crazy in the sky, just swimming around in the sky? Well, there is a still frame, or there's a single frame, rather, from that clip that is kind of wonky. What's going on there? Is this interference from the UFOs that were buzzing around in the sky? Is this a camera artifact? What is going on? Why is this one single frame from that clip showing something completely different from the, bobbing around in the sky orbs that were there, in the rest of the clip? Again, we've seen UFOs interfere with camera equipment and other equipment time after time. So is that what we're seeing here? Let me know your thoughts, and great catch, John. John also sent me this, another fantastic catch. I was sharing a video of a Buga type sphere, this metallic orb in the sky, and John caught a Dragon UFO buzzing the Buga sphere. I love it. I think I've shared a few of these Dragon UFOs buzzing the Buga spheres, and he caught a new one, and I love it. That is just fantastic. Are we looking at two different groups of aliens? One controlling the Buga sphere and one representing the Dragon UFO phenomenon? Are they both man-made? Are these competing factions of the control group doing different things? Is this Atlantean technology? Is the Dragon Atlantean technology and the Buga sphere is control group technology? What different factions are we looking at? What are they doing? Running around South America or wherever they are, as in the case of the Buga sphere. And why are the dragons continually buzzing other aerial objects? What is the deal? What information do you think the Dragon UFO is looking for? Why are they buzzing aerial vehicles? And yeah, if it is buzzing a Buga sphere, a Buga type sphere, then what information do you think it got? Meanwhile, Representative Jim Himes says he doesn't know anything about the FBI's secret, or, the FBI's UFO investigative unit. I don't know anything about it. He says to Matt Laszlo. It's a short article, so I'll just read the whole exchange. Representative Jim Himes rushes to catch an elevator just off the floor of the U.S. House of Representatives when Matt Laszlo grabs his attention, if begrudgingly, and then proceeds to hop on an elevator with the SPSCI ranking member. Matt says, "Hey, Congressman. Hey, how are you? Living the dream. Are you aware of the UFO task force within the FBI?" And the congressman's first response is, "Oh, come on." And then he says, "No, I'm not." He is not aware that his other fellow congresspeople are meeting with members of the FBI talking about UFOs and publicly saying really good things about the FBI, even to the point where, we might have the FBI replace Arrow or something like that. Yeah, Jim Himes, the ranking member, is not aware of any of that. So that shows how clued in he is to all of this, which is not really encouraging, since he is again, ranking member of the House Permanent Select Intelligence Committee. Now, is he lying? Is he not lying? Maybe he's just more focused on his own secret projects or projects that he's aware of, and not focused on what the FBI is doing. Last but not least, the Ibex God. Let me know what you think about this majestic, godly Ibex in the comments below, and everything else covered today. By the way, I went to a UFO Skywatch on Saturday and had some amazing contacts, and I hope to have a video up later today talking about that. I also had my own private UFO after the Skywatch visited me on the way home. And so it was an amazing experience, and I will be talking about it again, hopefully later this afternoon. So anyway, like and subscribe, hit the bell to be notified of future videos. You don't want to miss a thing. Join me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and all that kind of stuff. Grab a coffee mug or a t-shirt. Become a channel member. Channel members are rock stars, and I really do appreciate you guys' support. Thank you. Meanwhile, there's plenty of other videos on the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. This is Jack with Cosmic Road, signing out.